These
Goofy is
wounds, they
joining us
will
today.
not heal.
Goofy is joining us today. Today's just a chill podcast. We're just gonna talk about whatever. We just vibing. We're sober, not sober.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the number one podcast on Twitch with the host with the most,
Podcast in America.
the boy, and Jacob.
In the world. That's me. I'm Jacob.
So you know what's something?
Good old.
You know something we can kind of lead with a little bit.
What's that?
What's up with this random fucking addiction to phasmophobia?
Bro, shit's sick.
Like I played it with Refined, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know about this, Chief."
Like, wait, Jacob, you should get this. And I was like,
I was like, because I played with Refined, and like we couldn't get the Ghost to do anything.
Yeah.
Like we were just like, okay, yeah, it's spoopy. Ooh, like it like threw objects and shit. Like we never saw it, and it never killed us, and it never even went into hunt mode. Like the other day when we were playing was the first time I was ever hunted.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So like we're sitting there like, okay, like this game seems fine, whatever. And then like you were like, oh, I want to play it, and like we kept dodging it for like a week because like mostly because like I was
I think like all of our schedules were off that week.
Well, it's because like
mine was weird, and mine was weird.
Well, it's because
me and yours were the same.
I always had the kids, and the game is like very immersive. Like you really want to be like able to do some shit or whatever. And so like I couldn't like, oh shit, spoopy ghost. Oh god, I have to talk to a ghost and be like, hey bro, go to bed. You know?
Yeah.
Like but because we could like full commit to like playing like shit was fire. I was just like, bro, why is this so fucking good? Holy shit. You know?
Yeah, make sure a Ghost Adventurer. You are out here doing some wild shit.
Now I stand by the fact that they should let you buy a Glock for like a dumb amount of money. For like a shit, you know, it had to be like or like between $200 and like $500 or whatever. And like you could buy a Glock. And then like it doesn't do anything. But you could like own the Glock to just like at least you don't feel helpless. That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah. Like you can just like nothing, literally does nothing, but you can shoot it at the ghost.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Because I've had so much fun with it. So much fun.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is really good. Actually, like the game is kind of unpolished in the old Bethesda kind of way. Like, oh, you and I can stand inside of each other, and like I can see like the textures inside your face and stuff.
Right.
But,
yeah.
Like
sometimes you walk through me and I think you're the fucking ghost because I just see like these big ass eyes.
Yeah, or like you can
teeth.
Like your arm will like sometimes kind of sort of like clip through a wall and like stuff like that. But like honestly,
and sometimes the ghosts clip through the wall.
Yeah. But like honestly, I find the game like super charming in its own way by doing that because like it's a like a lighthearted moment and a thing that'll scare the fuck out of you. And honestly, like I never thought I would experience genuine like fear until like I played the game and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna jump scare and I'm just gonna be like unga bunga, you know.
No, and like, bro, this is more intense than like scary movies, bro.
But like the best shit was like one of the greatest things about it is like when I was hiding in the locker the other day, I think you just got off and like Refined is outside of the fucking house and like, you know, of course the radio, like global chat doesn't work when the ghost is in hunt mode.
No, the radio just is like it's all static, and then when you try to like local talk, it sounds all muffled and shit.
And like that shit was just so great. Like it added to the like the whole fucking experience. I do wish there was a more immediate countermeasure to like hunt mode.
Instead of just fucking
even
hide
right, even
or
if there
drop the
was,
crucifix.
well, the crucifix is only denied the spawn radius. It doesn't protect. Like, I wish there was a protection option, even
Yeah.
if it was really expensive and you burn through it like super easy.
Well,
I
I
would.
know Buddy's still like working on developments and updates and stuff too, so I'm sure something like that will come in.
I need someone to buy me some kind of VR rig, and I'm down to fucking play it in VR.
You're crazy.
I'm down. Like,
You're absolutely crazy.
that's got to be fucking wild as shit, you know?
But I'd be down to try it as well.
Like, it seems super exciting. I don't know. This shit's wild. But I love it.
It's definitely neat being able to like try and like figure out what kind of ghost it is, even though like it's like genuinely hard because the game's actually fucking scary. So like completing objectives like is that much harder because you're also terrified to fucking even enter the goddamn house, let alone explore it and go around into all these like spooky ass rooms and like the basement and upstairs. Like some have an attic. Some of these places are like high schools and asylums and shit. Like,
Yeah, we have not played the asylum yet. We need bodies. Like,
or but it's like it makes it that much harder to do objectives though because it's like you don't want to. Like at me, I was like, bro, like I want to go like do this thing, but like, yo, fuck going in there.
the only
I don't
thing
want to do it.
the only thing is some of the objectives, like,
It's weird
don't
because they don't
fit.
relate to what the ghost is.
Right, like,
Yeah.
oh, take a picture of a sink of dirty water, and I think that's really like my prime example of the one that like doesn't really fit, is because like
there's nothing
I can't,
that describes a ghost like that.
but I
with
can't
dirty
remember if
water.
it was you or me, and it was like, oh, take a picture of a sink of dirty water, but like the closest sink was in the kitchen and the ghost was in the garage. So like, why would I check the rest of the house?
Yeah.
Like, why would I be, why would I go through the rest of the house trying to find a sink with dirty water if the motherfucker's in the garage? Like, that makes no sense.
Or like, I don't know. Oh fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well, like that's what I'm trying to figure out still too. Is like, is it like as we level up and the ghosts get harder that they stop being in one spot, or is it like, is it dependent on what type of ghost it is? Like if it's a like, I mean, I don't know if it's true, if this would be correct or not, but like if it's like a demon, can it like do whatever? Or if it's like a spirit, it has to stay like in one fucking room and can't leave.
Right. Like,
or if it's a revenant, it has to stay in one room or something. Like that's what I'm still trying to kind of figure that out because like some of them do, some of them are in multiple places in the house, and then some of them are literally only in that one spot.
I hope I really like, I enjoy the game, and even though like we're coming out of the spoopy season into like Christmas or whatever, like that game has like endless replayability. Like you could play that shit forever because like you could just boot it up and go do shit. Like you and your boys are sitting here trying to fucking find the ghost, and like you can like RP and do all sorts of shit with it because like and then the ghost, your reaction to the ghost is different every single game because like it's a different kind of ghost. Like I hope Buddy puts more
different things to fuck with you, you know.
I hope Buddy puts more ghost in the game and more just ways for you to do stuff in the game. But also I think if there was ever a sequel, like you should be able to play as the ghost, or you should, or the sequel scrap like the whole dynamic entirely and you be in the ghost removal team. Like that shit would be fire. Be out here actually being the fucking Ghostbusters.
Because I know he's talked about doing multiplayer before. Like I know there's a video I watched that somebody was talking about. I think it was Markiplier. They were talking about how the developer had said something about doing multiplayer, and I would assume that that's what it would be. Like you would be the ghost. But I mean, they were like, and I agree, but they were like, don't fucking do like, just strictly like, if you just keep working on the co-op like PvE aspect, like you can make this game a great fucking game.
Yeah, because the thing is like what is it called? Asymmetrical multiplayer like is a hit or a miss.
Mm-hmm. Especially
Uh,
like 1v4s, 1v4 type multiplayers, or 1v5s and 1v6s and stuff like that. Like those are like, there are a lot of people out them, and there is like a niche community for it, but it's not big in like terms, like compared to a lot of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a lot of other multiplayer games, like say Call of Duty or Destiny, for example. A lot more people play that than fucking Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight apparently like pops.
But Dead by Daylight, I think it recently popped.
Yeah, it's been in the last year, but like
Mm-hmm.
I've never played it. Mostly because asymmetrical multiplayer is like not my thing.
Yeah, same here.
It's just because like I tried it with Evolve and like didn't really like it, and I
Evolve
tried
was
it.
fun for what it was.
Yeah, except that like it's one of the it was one of those situations where like you ran for forever and then like you had to
True.
then you could like fight later. So
Yeah.
like it could get to the point where you just were getting fucked. Plus, like what sucks about those games is kind of, and Among Us has apparently suffered from the same issue, is like people will just drop out of lobbies if they don't get an imposter, and so it's mad annoying.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that like that
Like,
aspect, because everyone wants to experience what it's like to like be the bad guy, be the ghost, be the whatever.
Yeah.
And because of that, like everyone else's experience suffers, because like you could be sitting here chilling and be like, yeah, that's cool, like, oh, I'm the fuck boy, or I'm not the fuck boy, and you don't care, but like there's people out here that care. Yeah. And so like that fucks the lobbies up like for forever.
Yeah, and it's dumb because it's like people are like, oh, I just want to play the monster, or I just want to play the imposter. It's like it sounds like you want to play a different game,
right?
Because that's not all the game is. Like the game is all of it. That's why you have those different roles that you have to play, because that's the whole game. Like you're supposed to experience both sides. Like if you want to just be a killer, you want to play a different game.
That's what like I forget what the game was called. It was called like Salem Witch Trials or some shit. I remember Markiplier specifically like streamed this, where like there was different bad guy factions, but there was good guy factions too. Town of Salem, that's refined knows, where like there was a serial killer, and then there's like a fucking werewolf, and then there's like a witch, and then like a whole bunch of other shit, and then like there's a regular towns guy, there's a sheriff, and then like all sorts of like you actually had like a much more diverse pool of like people to be. You weren't just like I'm bad dude fucking with everybody else here. It's this guy's trying to catch me, and that guy is trying to like this guy's trying to catch me, but I'm also just trying to kill everybody, and then that guy's also trying to kill these specific people and shit like that. Like that created a more like diverse and immersive experience, to like, in my opinion, when it comes to like asymmetrical crap, because like you never knew what was going on, but even if you had something to do every time, so that like that's always sick. And I hope, but this is like, I'm glad that they have not attempted to implement that with Phasmophobia, because I think the co-op experience is damn near like it's perfect. Yeah. Like you and your boys just go in here and fuck shit up. It's great stream content. It's great like both as the streamer and as the consumer. Like it's
Mhm.
super fun. Like my wife was watching the clips the day after, and she was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Hmm.
Refine says, I wish the sprinting was a little faster. I can agree.
Yeah,
I wish
same.
sprinting felt
But
like
I
you were
understand.
running.
Yeah, I understand why it's not.
Well,
But bro,
like,
because them ghosts be fucking fast, brother. Like the one that killed me like the first time we played and we were in that farmhouse, and it killed me as I got to the door. Like he was in the like I saw him spawn in the kitchen, and me and Refine started running, and by the time I got like halfway to the front door, I turned around and he was in the doorway of the kitchen,
mhm,
and then by the time I got to the front door, he was at me, and I'm
like
like,
he
bro,
got
what the
you. Yeah.
yeah, it's like what damn, like he was fast as fuck.
Even if, cause like damn near instantly with hunt mode, like it locks the door.
Yeah,
So like even if you could actually like dead ass sprint, like it doesn't matter.
matter. Yeah.
Um, so like if you could just give the sprint like some kind of sense of urgency, like I
Mhm.
think that would increase at least like the feel of the game
Yeah,
without
it would at
really
least make you feel
impacting.
like you're actually getting away. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like, oh, I really
So,
have a chance or something.
yeah,
Because even if
which
they.
is the same reason that you would want like a Glock added.
Mhm.
It makes you feel less, I guess, helpless. But I guess that also, the less helpless you feel, I guess the less immersed you are. You know what I'm saying?
I think the less
Because it's
helpless you
like
would
it's like
feel,
the
like.
same way they did like Resident Evil games and stuff.
Mhm.
Because they kind of did them similar.
I honestly think the less helpless you feel, the more immersed you would be because you're like, I can do something about this.
Right, but you would be less scared
I think it
because
would
you could
like
do something
it
about
would
it.
it would
You'd be
it would
like, oh,
trigger it
because
would
instead of you being like, oh fuck, this ghost is gonna get me, I'm scared, I'm gonna run. You're gonna be like, suck, bitch, I got a Glock. Like like even though it wouldn't do anything, you would have a different reaction every time because of it. It wouldn't just be you being scared all the time anymore. It'd be you pulling a Glock or sprinting. If that makes sense.
yeah. I think that and even if they like instead of the ghost has to physically like trigger the door lock, like have it be proximity of during a hunt, like so the front door could actually like be open, but like as you close the gap or once you hit a certain point, like it's shut. So like
Mhm.
it was gonna be shut anyway, but at least like it gave you like that glimmer of hope that the
Yeah, at
door
least.
wasn't the door wasn't gonna like, oh, you're gonna
I
get
mean, that's
out.
basically what happened to us.
I
We're
mean,
like,
the
okay,
motherfucker.
well,
Also, the motherfucker walked right past me and ate your asshole inside out.
yeah,
So, like,
that's true.
I don't know. Phasmophobia is sick. Best $15 I've spent in a long time.
Yeah, same.
Especially because I missed the wave of the Among Us thing. Because
Mhm.
I was interested, but I didn't really have I didn't have an extra $5.
I wasn't.
But like,
I thought it was
I
fun.
was only like cursory interested. Like, I
Mhm.
wasn't really about it, but I was just like, oh,
Interested, yeah.
this sounds super neat. Like, my kids want to try it and stuff like that because apparently you could play it for free on your phone and
Oh, yeah,
um,
yeah,
but also like my kids want to play Zelda and Crash Bandicoot, so
yeah. Which are better anyway. So, I mean, what?
also pivot to another like game that did some stuff recently. Fucking Beyond Light. Like, what do you think of Beyond Light so far?
Beyond Light is pretty fucking. From what I've played with it, it's pretty good.
So apparently the drawbacks or the complaints right now is one. Apparently Stasis is broken multiplayer, which
I
yeah,
figured it would be. I called
yeah.
that.
Because the hunter's fucking shuriken can bounce between people.
Oh, yeah.
Like that shit's busted. And then like with the fact that like
The
stasis
Warlocks,
applies the fucking slow, it's like ranged or whatever.
it's ranged, but it's also homing.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Like they need to. I mean, I guess like they need to look at stasis in regards to multiplayer because like I don't really care. I don't play Crucible. It's not my thing.
Yeah, same.
Um, I'm more for
We
the MM.
sometimes play,
Sometimes I'm down to like go bash some skulls in or whatever. But like
yeah, or sometimes we'll play. What's the other one called? What's that new
Gambit.
shit called? Gambit. Yeah,
I actually like Gambit.
Gambit's pretty cool.
But mostly because it's like a
hard,
race.
It's fucking annoying, but it's
apparently they revamped it with
Really?
this new with Beyond Light.
I might have to check it out.
But the game feels all right. The only concern I have is like where we are right now. There's not a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of little shit, but right now
Yeah.
there's no like real big shit to do on the back end of like doing all the quests and like getting stasis upgraded and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're complaining about weapon sunsetting, you're a bitch. Like OP weapons got taken out of the game and you can't use them anymore. Look, this is my give a fuck face. Like
I don't.
a lot of those weapons were busted and Bungie just stopped trying to balance them because how do you balance them? They're broken. They're actually broken. And it's hard to balance numbers between PvE and PvP with a game where everything matter. Like you're supposed to make it matter back and forth. Like, yeah, some things are better in this in one respect than the other. But like they were trying to figure out what to do with it, and instead they just they reset it, which is fine. Like you're just being spoiled by being like, oh my stuff is useless now. Like because the max light for for most sunset weapons is 1060 and you start the game back at 1050 and most content is 1100 plus, so you can't even use that stuff to like go forward. But some of that shit was just like fucking most of the shit was fucking busted. The mountaintop melted bosses, the fucking recluse was broken on warlocks because you could just use it with the fucking void walker and like the shit was broke. Like it is what it is. The game was actually unbalanced for a fucking long time, and now they just kind of reset it back to zero. Like it.
Yeah. Now find a new meta.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, bald-headed looking ass motherfucker over here. Can I get some bald heads in the chat, please?
Came back.
Welcome back.
Dude.
And because like it actually it reminded me of like I saw a tweet from somebody, I forgot who it was. I think it was Nate Shot a minute ago, and he was like, "Yo, can we I'm tired of bitching about skill based matchmaking, but like, can we like tone down these lobbies some? Because after 9 hours of playing Call of Duty, like I'm exhausted. These lobbies were hard, and I'm just like,
what?
Huh? Bitch, I play MOBAs. Like I don't give a fuck." Like, oh no, I can't raffle stop on fucking bad kids. No, I can't meme on them. No, why? No. Like, shut the fuck up, dumbass.
Me on Modern Warfare 2. Using a gun with fucking a grenade launcher
because
and
like
a thumper and then danger close.
Right.
Danger close
but like you look at that stuff now where like you thought this shit was sick at the time and maybe you even thought like you were really good at the game or something.
And now reality smacks you in the fucking face.
Yeah, reality is, but the reality of the situation is one, there was no skill-based matchmaking, so no one gave a fuck about you because like, yeah, maybe you were playing with a kid with one hand and you know he can't turn and run at the same fucking time, let alone shoot, run, and turn at the same time. And then like because skill didn't matter and you were just getting shitty lobbies, And like, oh, you could meme on kids, but then like it made it feel like it mattered less. Like I feel like in a multiplayer game, especially if I just want to grind the multiplayer, it's the spirit of competition, whether it's actual competition or passive competition. Like for example, like playing casuals is fine as long as there's some skill based matchmaking, because you don't want to just fucking shit on randoms, but also like you don't want to get the random that's really fucking bad every game, because the matchmaking algorithm just wants to put a body with you.
Yeah.
So then you've got this kid that's just feeding their fucking brains out, and they're like, man, I don't, how do you reload? How do you turn? How do you, and you're just like, I can't feel bad. I can't hate on you.
How do I buy items?
I can't hate on you for being new. Like, I cannot do that. Yeah. Like Refine said, me and him last night, like we were getting just, our teammates weren't people. And like, I can't hate on you for being new. Because if you're new and you're inexperienced and you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, like why would I be angry with you? I can be angry with the matchmaking for putting you in my fucking lobby because I've been playing the game for over like 2,000 hours and you've been playing for 45 minutes. Like that's fucking rude.
All right.
So like, yeah, skill-based matchmaking matters. Please stop having this fucking conversation. Casual should be weighed at the very least.
Depends on the game. Depends on the game.
I mean, like, there's some stuff that's like it's supposed to be chaos. Like Among Us is supposed to be chaos and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Like a pure like chaotic environment, like it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I think even in Call of Duty, I think they should do it to an extent. Like they should do it in the way that they can put people of the same skill class together instead of just throwing them all being fucking random. You know what I mean?
Like they should weigh the elo. So like maybe you have a really good person, a really bad person, but like the curve exists of like,
or like
but the gap between your best person and your worst person should not be a fucking mountain. Like, because that creates a genuinely unfun experience for the lowest person. Like, because the thing is we all play multiplayer to have fun, regardless of how competitive we are. And if you are weighing my experience to be less valuable than your most popular or attentive people or whatever, then why should I play your fucking game?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense.
Like it's genuinely unfun.
I agree. I mean, a lot of not all of them, of course, but a lot of developers are just in it for the money grab, and they actually don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna change it. And they're not gonna do anything about it. Like, nope, this sells and it works, so we're gonna keep fucking doing it, baby.
I don't know. I think me playing like MOBAs for as long as I have, even though I have a FPS like foundation, like I was an FPS kid for probably 7 years before I started playing MOBAs and shit. Like I'm actually now more inclined to have some kind of skill-based matchmaking set, because just like when me and Refine were playing Valorant not too long ago, like if they weren't weighing those lobbies properly, because there is some kind of skill-based matchmaking in their casual lobby, like that shit's just not fun. As opposed to like the time I tried to play CS, and they just don't give a fuck. They just putting bodies in a lobby. Like we're getting curb stomped because I don't know how the gun mechanics work. Yeah. And that's not fun. Well, like, why would I commit to your game?
Yeah. Then you have companies on like the other end of the spectrum that they do care, but then they actually don't listen to their commute. And it's like, why are you going to care about changing the game and trying to balance the game, but won't listen to what the majority has to say? Now there's like two examples. There's two examples of that conversation. One is the dev themselves don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Also that.
Shout out to High Res. And also, sometimes the community doesn't know what the fuck
Know
they're
what the fuck
talking
they're
about.
talking about. Yes.
Because what you see as the focal point of balance, what I see as the focal point of balance, and what the game says the focal point of balance should be, and what the numbers say the focal point of balance should be, don't necessarily like all align. Like like I didn't know this until like yesterday that apparently Nox 1 can go through walls now. Not just go through the wave and do damage, but it can go through
Wow.
walls. And they're like, oh, she's still like a lower end conquest like god or whatever. I'm like, bro, that's a really big fucking deal that the one can go through walls.
Like, oh, you jumped over the wall. You
I
thought you
can
were gonna
still
get away?
snatch
I'm just
your
gonna
punk
stop
ass.
you. I'm just gonna stop you from moving. And then imagine if you pop the 2, because the 2's a circle. You can pop that through a fucking wall as well. And imagine if you pop the 2 and land the 1, like just fucking right through the wall, and you get them with both, and they're fucked.
Like Nox
even
is
if you
super
get it,
strong
even
now.
if you get them with the 1, that's long enough. That's a long enough route for your team to get around the wall and get to that person.
Or beads blow. Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of time you're like, yeah, I can walk out of the silencer. Yeah, because I can see him, I can juke the one and like whatever.
And then
But
you
like,
start getting fucked up, and you're like, oh, I gotta jump the wall, and you get hit with the 1. And you're like, oh fuck, if I don't beads, I'm dead. Yeah.
like people should, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to balance. Like, actually know.
Factually know what the fuck you are talking about. Please.
Also, shout out to Smite. Go play the Teenage Mutant Turtles Battle Pass. That shit's fire.
Yes, it's sick. It is sick.
Also, Loki feels really fucking good. Like, people are bitching about Loki again. Bro, Loki's fire. Like, I can actually play this god. Like, he can actually clear camps. Like, this shit's so sick. Like, he can actually do stuff. Where before it was just like, well, I'm just going to be a taint.
The HP 5 on Ares 2 is fucking nice. Like, that made him, like, super viable. Like, oh, cool, now I'm Ares. Like, because Ares was already, like, he has a lot of presence on the battlefield. And then now you're going to throw a heal, basically a heal into his kit. Like, sick. Dual lanes, nice. We fucking chilling.
So, like, he is firmly, in my opinion, now a try roll god. He can play solo, jungle, and support like very well. Yeah. Because his jungle clear is dumb.
Yeah,
it's stupid. Because his the percentage clear of his 3 stacks with Assassin's Blessing.
Yeah.
So it just shreds camps. It's so wild. And then with the like his chains and his ult have always been good. So like giving value to the 2 is amazing.
Yeah. Because now like I find myself like if I'm in duo lane, I'm like, well, I mean, I've got my chains and I got my, my ult and I've got my fire, but like I'm not really like I'm support. I'm not really out here trying to get kills. Like I'm just trying to keep my dude alive. Like I'm just gonna level my because before when I played support, I'd be like, all right, I just level my chains. You know what I mean? Like,
but now
that's
it like
the best thing I can do. But now it's like, okay, now I have an actual other option.
Because like you definitely don't want to level the Searing Flesh because you'll delete the fucking wave. Yeah. But so now it's like chains or I forget what the 2 is called, but it's either chains or the 2, and it's just like that's an actual conversation to have now instead of just the 1. Yeah. Because the 1 is just the superior option. Honestly, I'd still like level the 1 in solo because you can lock down and fuck them up because the chains do percent damage.
But depending on who I'm fighting, if they're like super mobile and I'm like not landing my chains as much, then I'm wasting my points.
That's true.
Putting them into my chains. So I'd rather have them in fire. Because on the off chance that I do land my chain, as long as I land it, I can hit my fire. Because it's going to proc the slow and then cripple him. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to walk up to you and burn. basically.
But also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are sick.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are sick.
Like, who didn't want to be a fucking Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo's the best one.
He's the one that beat Shredder in the new show. Like, he literally
think
takes
so.
him, he fights him in one-on-one. Shit's wild.
This is bad.
Did you know?
Splinter didn't make him the leader for no reason.
Did you know, like, this is random, like, side factoid about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you know that in the early stages of the comic books for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that the turtles got their powers in the same accident that blinded Matt Murdock?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That shit's crazy. So, like, the turtles became
and
like...
And they went back and rewrote it.
Yeah, because they needed to, like... they had to distance themselves from Marvel's property because it's not a Marvel property, but... Like, it was...
that same spill leaked into the sewer.
Yeah,
and
it gave
them four turtles and a rat in the sewer, and we got powers, yeah.
Master Splinter ain't here, dude. That's just dope. I love that song.
Get back in your floppy helicopter, fly away. That song is sick. I miss ERB sometimes. I listened to it like a couple of weeks ago. I went and listened to a couple of songs that I remember that like are my favorites.
I have
Rasputin versus Stalin.
I have a lot of their stuff on my my Spotify. I actually haven't like kept up with it. Same with like Death Battle. Like I haven't kept up with that either.
What's weird on like I know they're like all of them are on Spotify. But last time I looked on Apple Music, I think they only had season 3 and I think it was either just 2 and 3 or just 3 and 4.
Imagine
that's wild.
Imagine Apple being a bitch.
It's also true.
I'm just saying. Because I don't know. I've never had the whole Apple thing.
I mean, I don't have an Apple phone. I just have Apple Music.
No, I feel you.
That's because I like the aesthetic of it better. It works better. Spotify, I always felt like I had to click on a million things to do what I wanted to do on my phone.
But I haven't had that. I haven't had that issue.
Super simplified. I mean,
but I don't have Apple Music on my phone, or I haven't fucked with it like on my phone. So.
Yeah, I don't like the PC version of Apple Music. Like I use it because I have it and I pay for it, but I don't like the PC version of Apple Music. But I mainly use it on my phone, so that's the one I chose.
As long as it's got K-pop, I don't care.
They do.
Also, shout out to Irfan for putting on like fucking Baby Metal and stuff the other day. That was sick. That was fun. That was a fun thing. We were playing like, it sounded like heavy metal anime openings. And it's like this little girl sounds like she's singing the fucking song like with a fucking hardcore riff. It was wild.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm about to go grab number 2.
You're about to do what?
Go grab number 2.
Oh, okay. Boom. Imagine hitting your microphone. Oh, man. Y'all, this week's been exhausting. I feel like I ain't been doing shit. It's just crazy.
Welcome to my house. You know what's sick? Anime.
Yo, and I like how I like how shout out to Pang for the content you fucking consume, you degenerates. Like I like how Crunchyroll let us like sit here and like watch the fucking anime and stuff together. That was fire. Jujutsu Kaisen's new episode was sick.
Yep.
It's definitely like it's gonna slow down again. I'm just letting you know. So like
Heard. I
but
mean, I figure most animes do.
yeah, but the time I got reincarnated as a slime is fire.
So far, that's been sick.
I told you that shit's like the premise sounds so fucking stupid.
Dumb. Yeah.
And then like even the first episode, like you don't really know what to expect
Mhm.
because like you're like, okay, he ate a dragon.
A dragon.
Like,
okay.
like I don't understand what the fuck is going on. And then Konosuba is just fucking ridiculous.
It's
Like,
hilarious.
like it's ridiculous. I love it, but it's just so
Ass.
ridiculous.
You greedy bitch.
And there are fines watching Rising of the Shield Hero, and
yeah, that's fucking dope.
that's dope. Or no, he finished it. He said he didn't
Yeah.
like the ending of the first season because it was very it was closure oriented towards the close of the last like roughly like last 4 episodes or whatever.
And then it's just like nothing. They like literally talk about like I think it's just like the celebration of them winning is like the last episode or whatever. If I remember correctly. So there's really like no cliffhanger for season 2. Like
Right.
there's nothing to expect from season 2. Which I mean is, in my opinion, is fine. That's how fucking Shippuden ended. Like they fucking finished the final battle. Naruto and Sasuke beat the shit out of each other. And then it's like, here's what happened like fucking 10 years later.
Also,
Like 5 years later, or however fucking long it was.
Unpopular fucking opinion. Sasuke's a whole bitch.
Well, duh. Everybody knows that.
Sasuke's a whole bitch. His story arc is fucking awful. Like, you cannot justify Sasuke's story arc to me when fucking Zuko, like, actually factually out here on some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you kind of can. I mean, his brother murdered everyone he ever knew.
yeah, but like, so like he hated the village up
Like,
to the end.
Zuko just had a dad that was an asshole and burned his eye. Like, this dude Itachi killed everyone.
Well, Zuko also thought that his dad killed his mom.
Okay.
Like, because his mom like went missing.
There's a lot more people. But fair. But didn't they find out later that his mom was still alive? Anyway,
yeah,
though?
they expanded on that in the comics. And
These
stuff.
people were definitely not still alive.
Yeah, but then like it came to light that they were all pieces of shit. So who cared?
They weren't. Not all of them.
Most of them. They were gonna stage a coup.
Well, yeah, because everyone in fucking Konoha hated them because they had the Sharingan. Like they were literally all basically racist towards the Uchiha clan.
Just cut your eyes out.
And that's why they wanted to do it, because they were like, yo, okay, if y'all are gonna fucking hate us, we'll just overthrow the fucking village and this will be our village. And Danzo was like,
no.
Itachi, kill him.
Get that ass.
But what's so funny is like how like really not hesitant Itachi was about it. I think he thought about it for maybe like a couple of days and he was like, all right.
Well, I mean, like he did like have the okay, my condition is I'm not gonna kill my brother.
Yeah.
And Danzo was like, word, okay, I understand. Don't kill your brother. I think Itachi like playing games with his brother was kind of fucking weird after that, but whatever.
Yeah, because then he started just being a dick. But my whole thing with Sasuke is like he literally fucking who is it? Obito. When like he first meets Obito when he's Madara, and he's like he's like, oh yeah, this is why your brother did that. Like he did it all for you to protect you, because if he didn't, then Danzo and then would have came and just killed everybody, including you. And he's like, so I did it so I could fucking save you and blah 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 blah. And Sasuke's like, oh, well, I still hate the leaf. It's like, oh my fuck. And like every time, like you think he's gonna have the redemption, he's like, nope, you all still suck. And I'm like,
And-
Sasuke, stop being a fucking
And then
bitch.
like the Sasuke Sakura dynamic is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Because like, oh,
why
I'm just
do
gonna
that?
drop
She
this
literally fell in love with him because he was hot, and that was it.
like
And because literally every instance, like even in like the beginning of Naruto, like she's like, "Oh, he's so hot," and then he's just like, "Fuck you, get out of my face. I don't fucking like you. You're
Like-
annoying." Blah 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 blah.
imagine like he literally just drops this fucking nut and dips.
Mm-hmm.
Like doesn't know that he has a kid. Hasn't met his kid.
Yes, he has.
And then basically adopts Naruto's kid
He has
over
met
his
Sasuke.
own daughter.
But yes,
The dynamic
That's
between
fucking
Sasuke and
wild.
Boruto is
That's
much
fucking
stronger
wild.
than it is between him and
Yes.
Sarada.
but he knows who she is, and he's met her, and like she likes him and stuff. She's like, "Oh, my dad's." So
Imagine
cool."
your
It's
mom
like,
being
it's like-
so fucking useless that like you actually factually have the Sharingan and you need glasses.
That shit's funny as fuck.
Oh, sorry, I just heard someone whistling Baby Shark in my house.
Is
All
that your
right.
wife?
I don't know.
It's the ghost.
It's the spoopies. But yeah, no, I was never a fan of Sakura. Like,
No, same.
because like me and Aaron were having this debate because we rewatched Naruto, and I'm like literally one. Sakura has no ninjutsu whatsoever. She actually factually does not do anything besides when she throws down with the sound
healing.
3.
Yeah.
Like
Or,
outside
like, the healing shit. That's like it.
with the healing stuff isn't even until Shippuden. Like she
Oh, yeah,
does
true.
not do anything in Naruto.
Oh yeah, because it's not until after she trains with Shizune or whatever.
and
Or
then
Tsunade, whoever the fuck.
Tsunade. And then it's like, bitch still don't do nothing.
Hmm.
Not a damn thing. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, and then like when they're fighting Madara, and she's like, "Oh, I can do the 500 healings technique too." Blah blah blah. It's like, "Oh, cool. What'd that do? Just make it where you won't fucking die because you're still gonna get your ass whooped."
And it's just
Like
like
it's not gonna make you. And I thought the same thing when Tsunade did it. I was like, "Bro, you're literally already getting your ass whooped. It's just gonna prevent you from dying. Like you're still getting your shit rocked."
well, when Tsunade did it against Orochimaru and stuff, like she was giving Orochimaru the business.
Well, that's because she was already stronger than Orochimaru. Anyway.
Like she was giving Orochimaru the work.
But
And then
I mean, to be fair, she was fighting Madara.
That-
The second time she did it.
like Madara fucking Uchiha's broke.
Madara do be OP.
But like Sakura was worthless. Like actually story arc wise, trash. Like fucking ability wise, trash. Like
Because
every
guess what? Guess what? Sasuke could have had a kid with literally any other female, and it would have still had Sharingan. It's crazy. It's crazy.
because Sarada's selling point is she has the fucking Sharingan and she's super strong. But like
yeah, and she
she's
gets that from her mom. No, bro, you get that from fucking Sasuke. Let's
Like-
not.
like-
Let's be real.
like your dad is broken. Your dad is actually OP. Like what would have been a better option? Like honestly, I think if he had a kid with Ino, like that shit would have been fire.
Yeah, because then it'd have the mind swap and the Sharingan. And that'd be cool.
Like or just
Well, and the like telepathic communication shit that they could do as well.
yeah. Or I'm trying to think of like all the other girls. There's not a lot of girls. Tamari. Like if he hadn't, she had a got with Shikamaru or like Tamari.
No, I was about to say I like her
That'd
with Shikamaru.
Oh no, I do. That's definitely like the OTP right there.
OTP,
like
yeah.
that shit was dope. I was down for that dynamic.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to dick down the mean bitch,
Mm-hmm.
and Shikamaru being Shikamaru got to dick down the mean bitch.
Mm-hmm. He's like, hell yeah, because he knows how to play the games. Because he's smart as fuck.
But I think like Shikamaru's character development was sick. I think Choji's was like Ino's.
Choji's was super.
Every
sick when he was like,
like
"Oh, check it out, I
really
can do the butterfly shit without these fucking dumbass pills."
Like everybody's character development besides Sakura's and Ten's
Yeah,
were
Tenten's pretty
really
useless too.
were really good. But like Sakura's a main goddamn character. Cause you know
Tenten always
they
got on my nerves. Is like, okay, all she can do is throw scrolls that shoot shit out that other folks carry in their fucking pocket.
like we all carry the same scroll.
Yeah. Like, oh, cool. Guess what?
It reminds me of
I'm just gonna dodge it.
It reminds me of that meme that like while you were playing games, I was studying the blade, and it's like, yeah, we go to blade school together. Like it's the same shit. Like, oh, my technique is I can throw this, or I house all these weapons in these scrolls, and I pull out the scroll, and the weapons come out. Like, yeah, damn, that's the rest of us too. Like, I think Sasuke has a whole ass weird shuriken thing that like he keeps in a scroll that pops out when they're fighting Zabuza. And everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know.
Well, they did that. It was the Demon Wind Shuriken.
And then like,
because he threw it, and then that was like Naruto.
Like Rock Lee had one of the best character developments. Period.
Yeah, because he's big. He's the same as guy. It's like, bro, I can't do all this crazy shit, but I can throw fucking hands with your ass.
Because I remember being a kid when the weights dropped,
bro.
Like that moment, like that's literally like the beat drop.
The weight drop and the Kimimaro fight. When he does the drunken fist, that shit's sick as fuck too.
So rewatching,
he just shows up drunk, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "What's up, bitches?" And Kimimaro was like, "You think being drunk's gonna help you fight?" And then he just starts whooping Kimimara's ass, and Kimimara's like, "What the fuck?"
I'm glad that like contemporary animes have like really improved on the formula set by like. At least no one recently that I can think of has pulled a fucking Bleach on anybody.
What do you mean by that?
Ichigo was broken.
Oh yeah.
Ichigo was actually broken.
He was like 5 different fucking things. He was
a human. He was a Shinigami. He was a hollow. He was a fucking he could use the full bring when the full bring was a thing. And then he was a fucking Quincy. Like this shit was actually broken. Like this character is fucking dumb. Like it's a complete difference from like Goku, where like I get strong, got you, get strong and then get stronger than strong.
Get my ass beat. Come back 100 times stronger than I was before I got my ass beat. Cool. Zenkai boost. Sick. Thank you. Whatever your name is. I can't remember the author's name.
Toriyama.
Yeah, Toriyama.
But like
Toriyama. Zenkai boost is pretty sweet.
But like Ichigo was just broken. Like fundamentally speaking, like was just broken. And it was like, what the fuck, dude? Why? Who thought this was a fucking good idea? The cast kind of sucked in Bleach. Like I don't understand why they harp so hard, especially like if you rewatch Bleach. Like they harp really hard on the first couple seasons of like his relationship with Rukia. And then they kind of just drop it. And then they just kind of drop it.
Here's this redhead with big ass fucking titties, Ichigo. I bet you'll like her better.
He's like, yeah, Rukia like gave me her power and I almost sacrificed her life for me. But them titties though. Like it was just, I don't know. Like Bleach was such a weird fucking anime, which like, if you're down for like some shonen bullshit, like watch Bleach. Like it is what it is. Yeah, the fights are pretty cool. Like the Byakuya fight's fire. It's flames. The fucking Aizen fight is flames. But like, I don't know. If you're looking for something of substance, like don't watch that.
Aizen was also broken.
So Aizen is actually the hero of fucking Bleach. Because if you read the manga, he's the one that beat the Quincy King.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck? This shit's actually ridiculous.
This man's crazy. Well, excuse me, I'd be
Nice.
intoxicated.
But I don't know. Bleach is fine. You know, it's like a so if you have not ever watched anime, I'm gonna actually pull up like what the name of the song is right now.
The Bleach OTS?
No.
Is that what you're doing? Oh no.
Who's this by? Okay. If you're ever interested in or don't know if you're interested in anime, listen to Tank by the Seatbelts or by Seatbelts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a theme song to Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah.
Listen to that song, and that anime is that song in anime format.
Basically.
It's actually fire. Oh, Jacob, are you dying?
No.
It's really good. Really good. Especially it's heavily jazz inspired. It's super sick.
It's a whole vibe.
And it's literally like that anime as a whole vibe. Like that's one of the ones that like stands the test of time.
What's crazy about that is nobody in the show has like special powers or is from like a different world or like the chosen one or any shit like that. They're all just like normal ass fucking people.
I mean, maybe I would argue that Spike is an exceptional person, but like he's just exceptional. Like it's not like
I mean, yeah, he's like you're above average person, which I mean isn't, you know, abnormal. You know what I mean?
for any story like ever told. Like
No, I mean like in the real world, like in real life, like it's not abnormal for someone to be like exceptional. You know
yeah, I mean, y'all are all friends with me.
Oh.
But like Tank is one is a sick ass song, and Cowboy Bebop is a sick ass anime. Like
and
that.
I think a lot of people. I mean, of course, like our generation, like we love the aesthetic for it, but I feel like a lot of like newer generation folks growing up like don't like the aesthetic for it.
And
they like the new looking animes, like you know, like Demon Slayer, Fire Force, like, and I feel like that's why a lot of them don't like Dragon Ball Z or but you know they watch Super or like even Shippuden because Shippuden's kind of outdated in a sense, like compared to like if like newer animes, like the animations like not an animation.
I think
really good.
I think a pivot point anime that like could probably still hold its own like contemporary speaking, but like is really good like in a classic, like it's quote a classic. It's like maybe 10 years old. I'm not exactly sure. Is Samurai Champloo.
Oh yeah.
Like it's super like heavy. It leans super heavy into like Japanese samurai culture, but also it's very hip hop inspired. And it uses like the beat of hip hop to do the choreography for the fights. And it's super sick because the motion's very fluid. Everything is very like up, like high tempo, like you going in, like you doing the thing. Like it's not like some kind of grandiose spectacle like fucking the Fate series. Like Fate is very like larger than life, where like Samurai Champloo is very like, haha, I'm gonna kick your ass, like, and like because Samurai Champloo was actually inspired by Boondocks, and they actually like do nods back and forth to each other like throughout because they were both running at the same time. They actually like had nods to each other for a very long time.
Well, that's like Boondocks has that, you know, that popular scene where Granddad's fighting the one guy, and it's the exact same like frame for frame like choreography of Sasuke versus Orochimaru in the prelims when they were in the forest.
The blind guy.
Mm-hmm.
When he pulled the blind, you're fighting the blind samurai. That shit was hilarious.
Granddad had the belt out and shit, but the fight like is like damn near frame for frame.
And another one that pivots from like the Samurai Champloo like point is Afro Samurai. Afro Samurai is excellent. One,
sick.
The two main characters are voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, which I don't know if you ever wanted to hear somebody say, "Is that a motherfucker with an RPG?" ever in your life, and laugh your ass off while also being like, "Oh, you're fucked." Why? It's only like six or 12 episodes or something like that. It's not even very long. Like it's super good. The games kind of suck, but I liked it, but like,
well, I mean, I was young when I played it, so I didn't really have a standard for video games. Like it was just like every game I played was fucking cool. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I went back and played it, I probably wouldn't like it, but I liked it at the time.
but Afro Samurai and Samurai Champloo are like up there for me.
Mhm.
I think the voice acting for both was very good. I think thematically was both very good. They stayed in their lane while pushing boundaries for themselves. Like
Mhm.
I enjoyed both of them a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh it's it kind of like bleeds into the conversation of like everyone likes black culture even if you don't want to admit it. Like
Mhm.
hip hop culture is sick.
Mhm. And like it shows that like even like other countries are interested in it as well.
Cause Samurai Champloo is sick.
Mhm.
My only issue is it wasn't long enough.
Yeah. I think of what like some of my favorite animes are. Definitely Demon Slayer for sure. Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like underrated, overrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. The ending
Um,
is super weak.
yeah.
Super weak.
Well,
But
it is, but it isn't. Cause like I thought it was gonna be because I remember you and Ben telling me that, and I like y'all telling me that made me think it was gonna be a lot worse than it actually was. So when I saw it, I wasn't like let down as much because I was like, oh, like cool, like they're opening like this whole like field for all this other shit to be in the show, but it's like also this is the end. Like there's nothing else happening after this. But hey, there's all these other worlds out there and shit, but like we're not going to them. Not right now, not ever. That shit's wild. But very fucking good anime. That I mean like I'm a little emotional. Like I'll get like teary-eyed when I'm watching shows and shit, but like that's the only anime other than like an anime movie that's like made me fucking like cry. Because there were just
mine's
parts
My
of it.
Hero. Like My Hero makes me cry all the fucking time.
Um,
But
I never had
I personify too much with like the protagonist and stuff. Like
hmm
it just fucks me up.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Like I just it made me fucking cry. Like the part with Killua and his sister.
Mm.
Um, damn, what the fuck is her name? I starts with A. But she's like something. She has like the split personality thing, or whatever. She'll like switch over to a different thing, and then he told her to like put it away and to never bring something out again, and and she was like okay, and then he like immediately regretted it. He was like fuck, like I'm literally a terrible brother, like that's part of who you are, and if I'm going to accept you as a brother and love you as a brother, like I need to accept all of you and not make you lock part of yourself away. And blah, blah, blah. And like that shit had me fucking balling, bro. I was like, Killer was the best big brother.
Killua was such a good like character,
hmm
like as a whole.
He was the best friend. He was the
Hmm.
best big brother. He was always like, damn it, don't
what was like
pick the
the
bitch.
lawyer's name?
Oh, Leorio.
Leorio.
He wasn't a
Yeah.
lawyer. He was a doctor.
Yeah.
He wasn't a
I
doctor.
don't know, he was out here for the boys.
Yeah,
Like
he was. His
he
family was sick.
He punched Gon's
Gun's
dad in the
dad,
face.
because
Like
he
off
like,
the strength of he's like, your son is in the fucking hospital and here you are being a piece of shit.
yeah.
And he's like, well, my son's strong. He's like, I know that. And I
Mm.
also don't give a fuck.
And then they're like, yo, he punched fucking what's his name? And then he's like, I don't care. And then they're like, yo, you should be the president. He's like, what?
I think what was his name? The other guy. The guy with the
Kurapika.
chains.
Kurapika.
Kurapika.
Kurapika. Yeah,
That story arc was very it peaked super hard. Like that peak was really high. But it was really weak. Like after that. Like when
Because
he
he caught him, and then he was like, well, I can't do anything with you. And he just let him go. He literally just let fucking dickhead go.
didn't he like he cast his ability on him.
Yeah, he hit him
Where-
with it.
Where
And
like
he couldn't use it. Like it literally rendered him powerless.
where he was like, if you ever use your power, you're gonna die. So
And then Hisoka was like, well, I don't want to find him anymore because it's not going to be fun if he can't use his power. He was like, so I'm going to dip. And, he was
and then like he doesn't really do anything past that.
yeah.
Because he can't fight the ants.
And then literally after that, you never see Kurapika again.
I think the ant arc was super sick.
The ant arc was super sick. Meruem is the best villain ever. the king.
Yeah. Because like he was a personification of like the right of the strong and the right to exist because you're strong. Like
and then like his character development was sick.
but like you couldn't disagree with him.
Yep.
Like I'm strong. So
Like, he
therefore
literally-
I'm gonna make the rules for me and my people. And if your people and we want our space.
Even when the old guy fucking like was talking to him, he was even like, damn, like you slick make a lot of good points. And like so we're like Gon and Killua when they talked to him, they were like, I mean, this guy slick makes sense. I mean, like we gotta like fuck you up because like you killed a lot of people and you like kidnapped this fucking blind chick and forced her to play goddamn board games with you.
They played what was it, Shogi or Go?
They played Shogi, and then
And
like
then
she told them about like a different game, and they started playing that too. But I think they mainly played Shogi,
And then
which is like Japanese chess, basically.
they died together. Rip.
Yeah.
Like which
then-
that moment was really fucking depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like by then he was at like a turning point where like you could see him turning a new leaf and everything.
Yeah, but he was already poisoned from the explosion.
And so he
of
just
the flower.
died. Imagine having to like imagine making a nuke with poison in it.
Right.
Not radiation poisoning, like actual poison. Yo, so I had a whole conversation with my wife the other day about like it's like a kinetic based WMD. It's like a missile like in space. Except it's not a missile. It's like a nuke that they put in space.
Tungsten rods.
Huh?
You talking about tungsten rods?
No. Because it's
'Cause there's
actually it has
it's
actually like a
it's a
nuclear
big-
payload.
Oh no. Okay, never mind.
It's if you ever play Tom Clancy's End War, like they're in Tom Clancy's End War, it's like a nuclear payload like that they drop from fucking space.
Mhm.
And they use the kinetic energy of like it reaching terminal velocity to like hit the ground and blow up, and it's wild.
Yeah, it's tungsten rods. They don't. I'm pretty sure they don't have. It's because of how much they weigh and how fast they're falling.
Like they don't have to like go.
They don't have to have any kind of nuclear. Like they'll level a city just from hitting it. Like they don't have to have any kind of nuclear properties. It's the same thing in Advanced Warfare, where they had like the Thor or whatever.
Mhm.
Except that one had like 10 rods on it. And it would just drop them all at once. Tungsten rods are OP.
Yeah, me and the wife had like a conversation. Like I think Tom Clancy was like the first person that spoke about them in a capacity that I could understand. I don't know if the premise of them existed before or whatever.
Mhm.
But when I was in middle school, when I was in middle school and the high school, like I was a big Tom Clancy fan. Like because people forget that like Tom Clancy's The Division, the Rainbow Six, whatever. Like he's actually a writer. Like they're books, and the books are pretty alright. Like,
I mean, that's where Splinter Cell came from.
yeah. I enjoyed the books. I enjoyed the books when I was a young adult. I think it turned
I never
out.
read the books, but I remember my dad played fucking Splinter Cell all the fucking time.
My dad played SOCOM all the time.
SOCOM Navy SEALs.
Yes.
My dad played that as well, because he had the little like headset with it, so he could be like, he'd be like, Bravo team, attack, squad A.
Yo, so voice commands to make your dudes do some shit are sick. Because Tom Clancy's End Wars on RTS, where like it came out in the era of like the 360, but you could like voice command your boys to go do shit.
Mhm.
It was wild.
It was
I
basically the same thing
super
with
thought it was
SOCOM, except
I thought it was
an RTS.
sick as fuck. Sick
Yeah,
as fuck.
Yeah, it was basically the same as SOCOM, just an RTS. Like, because SOCOM was a first-person shooter, but you could do that. And like you had to like, and if you fucked up, like you failed the mission, you had to start over, and you had to figure out how you needed to like group your team and shit, where you needed to send them and when and what to do. This shit was wild.
When I was younger, actually like I kind of lean back and forth now, but like RTSs are fire.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were stuck on fucking Rise of Nations for a minute.
I mean, we were chilling playing Rise of Nations, getting fucked up all the time and getting really annoyed.
Like, oh my.
Or like so my best like experience with an RTS was when Destiny was pregnant with Jack. You know, Chris lived with me. And we got into a match of Halo Wars that stalemated for 6 hours.
Yeah.
The other guys actually had to quit the match because they had to go to school. And we're like, bitch, we're grown men. Like, I can do this all day.
That's funny as fuck.
It stalemated for 6 goddamn hours. Like, that shit was actually ridiculous.
I can't see people like myself playing like Civilization or whatever that shit.
There's not
Autoplay,
enough
Europa Universalis or whatever.
where
like,
with those
games
like those
themselves
games
are-
there's not enough what's it called, like kinetic feedback.
Yeah,
Like I don't feel like I'm doing anything.
because I have to sit and wait forever for anything to happen. And then like the thing is like, okay, well, you know, what if I'm playing a match and then like, you know, I've got to get off. Like, do I have to wait for the other person, like link up with them to get them to come play with me? You know what I'm saying? Or like, what if like if there is a matchmaking, like, how do you get back in that game with that person? You know what I'm saying? Or like, do I have to finish the game? And like, it's dumb because this shit's way too long. Or what if I forget? You know what I'm saying? And then I remember like way later, and I come back and I'm just getting raffle stomped, and there's no way I can come back because I just happen to forget. You know,
I
what
think
mean?
so. So RTSs are like the grandfather of the MOBA.
Yeah.
Like because RTSs were what you had, like RTSs, then you had ARTSs, which you controlled one person, and then ARTS became the top-down MOBA that we know today, like League of Legends and Dota. Actually, it's where Dota came from.
Yeah.
Like Dota is the dad of MOBAs. Like that is actually your dad. And I think actually, like, if you were to think about it that way, like, if Dota's dad, Smite is Dota's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's the pivot in a direction that nothing else has gone to. Yeah. Because, like, I think Smite is the natural evolution of League, even though they're both, like, they both exist in the same space today. Like, I think Smite is the natural evolution of it because it's to add another thing on top of it. Also, like super random factoid, apparently Smite is the longest surviving MOBA with no river.
Oh yeah, because League has a river through their jungle.
League has a river, like Dota has a river. Apparently Smite's the only one that doesn't have a river. Like that's such a weird like thing, but
Smite doesn't have a river. At least we don't have a river in our jungle. But I like the way League has their jungle set up. Like it's fucking like huge, and there's so much to fight in their jungle. And like early game jungling in League is hard.
Mhm.
Like if you think it's hard in Smite, it's fucking hard in League. Like
I mean, hair flip. I don't think jungling early game in Smite is hard, but
right,
most people do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if you do, like League is way fucking harder. That shit, like you will get
honestly, no bullshit. The thing that is really like
little river bug things you can kill that are like little active wards and shit. Like I think that's cool.
The only thing that that has prevented me from playing like League, like actually, is the barrier of entry. Capital wise, is pretty high. Where like, so like the champion pool, if you're starting out with a fresh account, like is very small.
Yeah, because there's no like god pack.
And like if they had some kind of value pack or god pack or something like that, like it's probably because I played Smite before League, because they do have like champion bundles or whatever, but like that's still not enough characters in my opinion, because League has like 150 characters or some wild shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that's really like prevented me from playing League of Legends.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, you do get to pick one at the beginning. Like after you play the tutorial, it lets you pick like one out of like, because during the tutorial, it lets you like swap back and forth between like you're in the middle of a match and you can swap back and forth between like 5 different people. And then once it's over, you can pick one of those 5 people to like permanently unlock.
The game,
I mean,
the game just be expensive.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like when you do want to play somebody else, like you have to literally sit and put actual thought into like, damn, like who do I want to buy? You know what I'm saying?
This is a make or break decision right here.
Yeah, they fucking like you just don't like how they play or whatever. Like
your SOL, yeah.
You gotta start saving up again, buddy.
That's one of the reasons why I enjoy Smite so much, is because the value of the god pack is too high.
Mm-hmm.
Like being able to play whatever the fuck I want to from now until the end of time for $30 is ridiculous.
And I get every new god that comes out also, yeah. Super value. Like, I mean, even if no, actually, I'd probably not like that. Never mind. I was gonna say even if I did have to buy every new god, I would still enjoy it, but no, that would still be ass.
I think
viable, but it would be I wouldn't like it personally.
No, I feel you.
Like if you're a new account and you get one now, like you get everybody who's out now, but any new god, it's like you gotta buy it
with favor. Like if it's with favor, like you just don't buy emotes with favor.
Which I don't buy emotes. I just unlock them out of fucking chest and shit.
I buy. So I try to buy all the waves and claps with favor.
I usually, if I'm buying anything with favor, it's usually like legendary skins or diamond skins, because I try not to spend gems on those.
I'm not spending gems on those.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, catch me in Conquest, my fucking Achilles jungle will rock your shit. But I don't. I have him diamond, but I don't have his skin. I've always vibed with mythology. Like I've been a very big mythology fan, like literally my whole life. So like Smite was just like right there with me, and I'm glad I stuck with it much longer than everybody else did. Because I think you started playing after me. Did you start playing before me?
I told you all about it. Because I had went on a youth retreat with my church. And this was like 2014. This was like right when Smite fucking came out. And I had went, and the dorm I was staying with, like the guys I was staying with were all like, they were cool as fuck, but they were all like also a bunch of nerds. They were fucking, like when we went to go to bed at night, they all like fucking immediately, like when we got in the dorm, they like got settled in and like immediately like all opened their laptops, and all three of them got on fucking Smite and like partied up and started playing together. And we're playing with two other dudes in the dorm next to them. Like they had a full ass team, and they were just playing arena. Like from what I remember, like I can like visibly see one of them was playing Hun bots in arena, because I remember him like jumping and shit, and like doing the little like his 3 where he like hovers for a second and then slams.
This is 2, but go on.
Huh?
This is 2, but go on.
Whatever. And brain no work. Oh, wait, hey, you had a head start.
I can
Also,
play.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that fact in a minute.
Like, hold on, we're gonna get to the different factoid in a minute.
But I went to that, and I remember I came back, and then it wasn't like maybe like a week or 2 after that we moved in with y'all, my senior year, and me and Ben had the big room. We were sharing the big room, and I remember downloading it, was playing it, and he came over, he's like, "What the fuck are you playing?" I was like, "Bro, this shit's called Smite. Like, I saw these fucking dudes playing it in fucking Searcy, Arkansas. Like, this shit's fucking crazy." And then Ben started playing it, and we all started playing it. And then, like, I think what happened was me and Ben started playing it, and then, like, didn't like it for whatever reason and stopped. And then I think you found it on your own.
So, like,
I know I showed Ben. I'm not 100% sure if I showed you or not, but I know I showed Ben.
So, Slick, what got me into Smite was
when I moved in with like James and Captain. By that point, like we started playing, but at that point you had already been playing for a minute.
So what got me into Smite, no bullshit, was I was watching the Xbox showcase of like 2014, 15.
Yeah.
When the Xbox Series X, or not the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One was coming out, and they were like, "Oh, Smite's gonna be on the Xbox One." And I was like, "Yo, big brain plays. If Smite's already out, and I get good at Smite now, and then I play it on my Xbox, I'm just gonna fuck these kids." And then like, I watched Worlds that year, and Worlds was sick. Worlds was sick as fuck.
Yeah, I remember like calling you and watching Worlds.
Yeah, and I watched Worlds, and then I was like, "Yo,"
we were like all on the call. We were like, "Oh, it's fucking sick."
And then like,
"Yo, we should be a team."
And I was like, I was hooked after that, and then like, I stayed with it when everyone like fell off.
Yeah,
like I loved that game.
I wish I would have stayed with it a little more than I did, because I definitely took like a 2-year hiatus.
So like, Slick, and this is like what really has sucked for me personally with Smite, is like everyone kind of like took a hiatus from it, but like I hit the fucking hyperbolic time chamber. Like I was like, I love this game, and I studied this game for literally like 6 months to a year before everyone like was like, "Oh yeah, let's play Smite again." Like, and I was like, "All right, you're doing this, and this wrong." And like, everyone was like, "What? Like, Thomas, you're worse than all the rest of us." I was like, "Bro, you can 1v1 me right now, and I'd probably rock your shit." Like, no troll. And they're they'd be like, no. I'm like, no, like I am better than you at this game, I promise. Like I picked this up last, and I'm the best.
Yeah.
Out of us, I am better than you. I promise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you got your shit rocked. Because you're doing it wrong. Imagine. Like, this shit was
No,
crazy.
you don't build that on him. No. Not anymore. That's different. No, that item sucks now.
Like, and like a lot of times I'm like, no, like, no, this one's bad. This one's good. This is this. This is this.
I feel like those were most of the issues. Is like us coming back after like patches and shit. Like after items have changed like multiple times and shit since we've been away, and then we come back like thinking, oh, I'll just build the same way I used to, and it's like, nope, that doesn't work anymore.
I think now, like, I could take a break from Smite for a while and then just like read the patch notes and be like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
got you.
I could probably do the same. I think I'm at the point.
But like, if Benjamin, if Benjamin and Chris like actually came back to Smite, like they get their shit rocked, because Chris was hard headed, because duh, and Benjamin is not committed to any kind of competitive experience, period, because he's Benjamin.
Yeah.
Like,
he also do not take constructive criticism very well.
Yeah, that's big old facts. And it's like, I don't know, like I wish like we could have like a reunion or something, like have the whole old crew together.
Me, you, Ben, Chris, and
who was our fifth? It wasn't Dustin. We picked Dustin up way later.
So we picked Show up late too. We had somebody before Show.
There was 5 of us before there was Show or Jack or whatever. Like there was 5 of us. I can't remember who the 5th was.
It wasn't James.
I've never played Smite with James.
No, we never had one.
Yeah, that's right. Because we couldn't get a jungler, and then Chris decided he was going to be the jungler. And then so the biggest thing I remember was we had Dustin, and Dustin played. And I remember Chris played mid and Dustin played jungle, and then they swapped.
Yeah.
Or it was the other way. It was Dustin jungled and Chris played mid, and then they swapped. No. Because Chris's big thing was, oh, I gave Dustin my role and blah, 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 whatever. And it's like, bro, y'all both suck. Which granted, Dustin's a lot better now.
Yeah.
Like Dustin and me
in the duo lane, and then you were solo, and then we had Chris mid.
And Dustin played jungle when we picked him up, and then they swapped, which is how Dustin got a sicko Agni.
Yeah, but I remember it being like, yo, like none of us know like how to fucking jungle, like at all. Like factually, like we watched Worlds, and the whole time we're like, what the fuck is the jungler doing?
And then imagine 6 years later, I'm sitting here trying not to have a stroke when one of y'all jungle. And I'm just like, yo.
I'm not like.
No, I don't think you're bad. But also, like, I think it's like.
Understand.
Like one of the great things like about playing with you now, as opposed to like if I was to play with one of them now, I'm like, yo, the start is do this, this, this. You're like, okay, got you. Understood.
Like there are times where I do know, like depending on who I'm playing and where I'm playing, but then there are times I don't, and I'm like, yo, what do? You're like this. I'm like, got it.
What do? How I win this matchup?
Yeah.
Yo, I got you. And then sometimes it's like, yo, you want to swap? Because I'll just swap and I'll rock them. I remember one time. This was when me and Calvin were still friends. Like he got jungle once and ranked, and he was playing on the Switch. Now, mind you, I have not played on controller in 100 years. He's like, yeah, I got jungle. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm thinking about quitting. I was like, no, just let me do it. I got it. Whatever. He's like, okay, and he handed me the controller, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play Nemesis, and I'm gonna rock their shit. And he's like, but he was like, oh, let's see what you got, old man. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, whatever. And he's in like bronze, like 3. So like, I'm just like, you want me to do it again? Like, what's up? And they assumed that like I was hacking and stuff. And I was like, I mean,
Like,
you're
like I
all just
hate Smite.
really bad.
Like I love hate Smite. Like because like I want to play ranked. Like I have the inkling to want to do it, but like I can't because I'm just not. I'm not dealing with this shit. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm good enough to at least get like maybe gold 5. I think gold 5's pushing it a little, but I feel like I could at least place fucking silver. You know what I'm saying? But I always get fucked in my qualifiers.
They took qualifiers out.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Now it's just raw, just grind.
It's raw dog, yeah. You just go in and do the thing.
And I might play ranked.
It require like for us to party up, it requires both of us to play one ranked game by ourselves.
Mm.
But ranked is not fun in the this is fun sense.
Yeah.
Ranked is fun. Ranked is fun in the I like to see where my ceiling is way.
Yes. And that's kind of why I want to play ranked because I want to figure out like
rank
it gives
actually
you a firm like understanding of how good you are at the game, and it translates to other people when you're talking to somebody like, oh, I play Smite. Oh, what are you in ranked? Oh, I'm diamond, whatever. Oh, I'm like plat 2. I'm like, oh shit, like this motherfucker out here.
Diamond is higher than plat.
Or whatever, other way around. I always
But
get
like
you know what I mean.
But like I was trying to my brain. Hold on.
Bro, remember when like I was working at Zaxby's and we tried to do the scrim with like one of my managers and my coworkers and like or two of my managers and one of my coworkers and like two of their friends, but like their two friends that they picked up were both like plats and we were all like brand new to the fucking game basically, and we're like, y'all are some dicks.
We run that back now. I got you.
Yeah, bro,
I'll carry that game. I'll carry that game on my back.
if I could
Like
touch a, I mean, I probably could if I like really tried, but like there's no way I could get like all of them back together to play it, let alone to play Smite. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I feel you. Also, awkward silence, but I have to go pee. So
I'll just stand here and be pretty.
try to do stuff.
Sit here and be pretty.
I'll be right back.
But that was whack. We were mad as fuck because it was dumb. Like, how are you gonna like? Oh, like we're new to it because I like explaining to them like, hey, and they like knew because I worked with them. I had been talking to them about playing Smite for a while, and then we were like, hey, we should do like a 5. Like, we'll get 5, y'all get 5. We should play Conquest. Like that'd be sick. You know what I'm saying? And then these motherfuckers are like, oh, the other 2 we're gonna be fucking plat players. Blah, blah, blah. I think one was plat 4 and one was plat 1, and we were like, bruh, because we got raffle stomped like dead ass, but it was only by like those 2 players like hard carried, and like we went and checked their like ranking or elo or whatever the fuck after. We're like, yo, these guys are in fucking plat. Like, are you fucking shitting me? What kind of shit is that? Like, we're a new team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta take it like easy on us, but like, don't come out here like fucking bringing the best of the best just because you want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you're not trying to have fun. You're just trying to say, like, oh, we beat you. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of whack. It was kind of whack. But that was, again, also like 6 fucking years ago. So it's like, whatever now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, back in the day, Smite used to be this wave, bro. Like when we were actually like when we had like Dustin and I think it was after Dustin we got Shobei, and Shobei was awesome. He was super cool, super chill. Sometimes he would rage kind of hard. But he was like super chill. Like he'd always come, hang out with us. Like even if we weren't playing together, he would come and like hang out with us. And Curse at the time was what it was. We didn't have Discord, and he would come hang out with us. He was awesome. He was a good player. He definitely fucking carried us a few times. Um, but like I remember those days, like we'd be like setting up like every day after work when I got home from work, Smite until we got fucking tired, and
I
then we were
found the
like,
analogy.
gotta fucking go to bed. What? What's the analogy?
The analogy was playing ranked is like working out.
Yeah,
Like that
it
was the
fucking
analogy.
sucks. But the more you do it, the better results you have.
But also like when you push yourself when you're working out, like it's to see where your ceiling is. And then you want to push your ceiling.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I've been thinking about working out. I wish I could go to the gym, but now I have to pay for a gym membership.
I'm gonna start working out again after we move the kids' room.
I'm about to start coming over, working out with you.
Go for it. Cause trust me, when like I was hitting the total gym like every other day, like I was supposed to, like I was getting results like super well. And
Yeah,
then
and I
like
know
on top of that, I was doing like body weights and stuff.
yeah, because I already have like a fucking really good metabolism, so my fat is gonna burn instantly. Like when I was still living with Captain, we started working out, and I was doing a routine for like 2 weeks, and like I could literally like see myself getting bigger. But then because I stopped and haven't worked out for so long, and then like the job I had was like a desk job, so I wasn't doing anything active with my muscles. It all just kind of like disappeared.
Mhm.
But like I could literally like, see myself like getting bigger in just 2 weeks. No, granted,
So
taking
like
I wasn't taking it
my
steroids,
shoulders
but I was
like broadened very
mhm.
like my shoulder like actually if you actually like look at my physique, like my shoulders are broader than they used to be.
Mhm.
I didn't really lose weight. Like I have a beer gut because duh, I have a beer gut. I
Yeah.
drink a lot of fucking beer. But like um I became more what I refer to as shapely. That's probably the incorrect way to like address it, but I became more shapely, which
Yeah, I know
was
what you
like
like an in between.
you could see like the curve, like this is where my like between the I lost weight like this way, like going this way, but not this way.
Yeah,
Um but
like you
also like
shrunk.
I sling steel for a living, so like whatever.
Yeah.
I be strong.
Uh, I could see it. Like I don't have like I can. I don't know. It's like still kind of there, but like not really. Like it's not as like prominent as it was after those 2 weeks.
I
Now, are you taking any kind of supplements or anything? Or are you
mm,
just doing it all natural?
just raw dogging.
Nice. See, I
And
was taking
and actually
I
like
was taking
some of
steroids, like I
the
was doing like protein shakes and like watching what I ate and shit like that, and making sure I was eating a lot of protein and a lot of carbs.
so like
Because a lot of
I was very much
trainers,
on the I was very much on the protein and rice, which like I
yeah,
still am. Like I'm protein and rice, protein and rice, protein and rice.
yeah,
But like food is delicious. So
yeah, food is
so like
delicious.
um
Like my cheat
I
days were like, I mean, I definitely cheated a lot.
but like I've become more secure about like my weight
Hmm.
because
Like self
like
esteem.
yeah, but also like I don't like you saw me yesterday. I actually I weigh 200 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I'm dense. Like I'm a
Mhm.
dense motherfucker. Uh,
I was talking to my other buddy, Thomas,
the other Thomas.
uh, my stretching instructor. Um, he he posted a picture on Snapchat of him in the mirror, and like last time like saw him in person, this motherfucker was like this big, and like he posted a picture, or not on Instagram. Did I say Instagram? I meant Snapchat. If I said Instagram,
You
he
said
posted a picture.
Snapchat.
he posted a picture on Snapchat and was like big, and I was like, yo. I was like, okay, boy out here looking fucking swole. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I only weigh like 150. I think he said like 155, 158 or something like that. Somewhere anywhere from like 155 to 160. And I was like, damn, like I only weigh like 140. And he was like, yeah, I was like 130 before I started working out. And he was like, and just that 20 pounds made me look like this. And I'm like, bruh, like I need to work out because like motherfucker was looking cut as shit. And I'm like,
I
I want
see.
to look
I
like
don't want to like. I don't want to cut. Like I just want power.
to build. Yeah.
Like I
I
want
want
power. Where like the common misconception is like what power is strength and speed. So like I do want to work on like strength, like me being able to like lift shit, but also like I really want to work on my agility.
Cardio.
And but I mean just being like be able to be quick.
Well, yeah,
Like
but cardio plays into that. But you got to think the heavier you are, the slower you are too. Like, yeah, you have stronger muscles pushing you, but you're also heavier. You know what I mean?
but that's why like I really like delved into like workout physique and like I was like, man, I'm never gonna have a six pack, and I was like, yeah, it's folks were like, yo, that's okay, because you know what power looks like power like like ever seen Game of Thrones? The mountain,
That kind of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
the mountain is what power looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could punch your skull through the wall. Where like these dudes in these bodybuilding competitions that are cut as fuck, like they don't have power. Like I want power. I want to be able to be strong and be able to do stuff. Well, because like because to get that cut, you have to like lose a lot of body weight, and it's very dangerous. And like that's why like I don't understand why like those competitions exist, like bodybuilding competitions, because they're very dangerous. Because people are like not drinking water for several days or all sorts of other wild shit. But like you've seen Moana, right? Maui is power. Like he actually is arguably modeled after Dwayne The Rock Johnson's grandfather. Like he looked very similar. He's a very big dude, but he's like under that thick exterior is strong.
That's like my dad. And my dad just be a big dude. He's not really cut, but he's strong.
It's also the misconception of a like sumo wrestlers. Like you think sumo wrestlers like oh, just a bunch of fat guys, whatever. But like under that is strength that will yeet you if you fuck around and find out, But I want to get back into like running or at least like jump roping and stuff. Like actually like I was trying to teach kids how to play like double dutch the other day. Or like double dutch was my shit. Like when I was a kid. Like double dutch was my jam, and I want to be like able to do that again consistently.
Like while you're doing it, help you like stay on beat. Because that's how I always thought about double dutchers. Like you move them in a rhythm, and then that's why you sing the song is because it helps you stay on beat with the rhythm to keep jumping. You're also not supposed to really like jump either.
You more like
you kind of just like hop just enough for the rope to go under your feet.
It's actually if you think about like athletic sense, like it's like tire exercises where like you chop your feet. Like that's really what you're doing because you're not really hopping, you're not really jumping.
You can do it standing on like 2 feet and just kind of like doing on your tippy toes and kind of just like hopping off your toes. Like you can do it that way as well. I mean, it gets hard, but it fucking builds muscle. It builds calf muscle like crazy.
Unsung heroes of calf muscles is band, high school band.
Yeah.
My wife was defined and was fine. She's fine now, but Whew,
I
them
knew
legs.
better. I knew better than
Whew, them legs. Oh.
have them legs.
I am like when like I guess I picture my perfect woman, like it's actually like literally like the lower half. It's like
Mhm.
the hips, thighs, calves. Like it's the top can be whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But like, oh, if the bottom's on point, the top is on point. So
Usually,
like, so like,
usually proportions are there. I don't
oh,
know. Some people be definitely. I'm fucking proportionate.
oh, oh, shut up, woman.
Your wife.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, sorry, I can't be young and tight anymore.
Oh my god. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Well, my son's still awake, so.
I'm kidding.
Little baby boy is still awake. But yeah. Also, you had 3 kids. Shut up.
Mm.
Like, what the fuck? I look like this and I didn't deliver the 3 kids. I just want to get strong enough to like if I ever like visit with Christopher, be like, yo, Christopher, let's throw hands and then whoop his ass.
Mhm.
Cause like I can't
Yeah,
have that. Like I can't have that
Your
moment
mother-
with.
Well, see, I wouldn't say throw hands with. I would say wrestle him, because then that would show your strength.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
I
like,
just want to like be able to fuck him
stronger than-
up.
Yeah, you could be stronger than him, and he'd still whoop your fucking ass, like in like a fight. I'm not saying he would, but you know, it's a possibility. Like if you're stronger than somebody, they have the chance to whoop your ass and just straight up hand to hand combat. But if you can get a hold of them, you've got the upper hand. Now, me on the other hand, I'm a scrappy little shit. So if somebody bigger than me grab, like obviously I'm pretty small. Like that's fight or flight mode, bruh.
What?
I'm
Did you ever meet?
spot, like right in your thigh, or if you grab it, it fucking like it hurts like fuck. And half the time when you go to do that, people think you're reaching for their dick, and so they will instinctively let go anyway.
Did you
It
ever
works.
did you ever meet Roberson,
I think
the
I met
really
him
tall
once.
black dude?
I think I met him literally.
So like
once.
Chris wrestled with him after he came back from deployment,
Mhm.
and Chris got thrown around like a rag doll.
Mhm.
Like that shit was
That's
so funny.
It was Shane who threw Chris into the wall,
We're at the
right?
house.
Or was it Chris? Or did Chris throw Shane into the
No,
wall?
I think Shane threw Benjamin into the wall.
Because there was that big ass.
The big ass
Oh,
hole
the
in
big
the big room. Yeah.
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure that was when Chris and Shane wrestled, and Shane threw Chris to the wall.
I don't know. Shout out to Shane though. He's sick. I miss
Yeah,
him.
I mean,
I miss the whole old crew.
I remember hating Shane
Yeah.
because he was Shane.
Yeah, he's
Like,
kind of a dick. He's
and then
cool
it's
though.
just like, and then like after like the first couple times, like, all right, I'm over it. Like, it's just Shane. Like he'd be cool. Because like once like me and him started like getting to know each other more, it was like less. Shane was less aggressive. He
Shane
still
was less
aggressive.
Shane.
He was still
He was
aggressive.
he was less
He
Shane,
was-
but more Shane.
It was then he knew just how far to take it.
Mm.
It do look like my knee is like not a part of my body. It looks like
It looks like one of those like
Like
puppets.
like a baby head.
Oh yeah, you gonna tell stream about Aunt Becky? Or not yet?
Kenzie?
Yeah. Nah, Aunt Becky.
Yeah, baby.
You gonna tell her about Aunt Becky?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about her, but like, why you don't gotta drop her name? Like, you just refer to her as Aunt Becky.
Whatever. I was just trying to figure out who the fuck you were talking
No, we're talking about Aunt Becky here, the same
Ooh,
person.
talk about her, I guess. She's super cute. Cool. She can cook. She can fucking cook. She's a little fucking badass too, bro. Like, she don't let people walk over her at work and shit. Like, she's like on their asses. I'm like, so like that's hot to me. I don't know. She's cool.
You're all like timid. You're like, ooh.
Can we maybe go on a date?
Plan it out, and then
JK us.
here is my advice. Like, as a grown married man, is plan the date and then proposition it to her that way. Like, hey girl, want to take you? Well, don't say that, but like, be like, hey girl, let me take you to dinner. This is where we gonna go. This is what we gonna do. Like, have the plan. Be assertive.
Don't be like, hey, let's go on a date, and then be like, oh, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, have it planned out. Women appreciate that.
Because it shows you put thought into it.
What restaurant you want to take her to?
I'm thinking Trivoli's, but I'm trying to decide if there's anywhere else I would rather take her.
So if you want more of a casual, go to Hudson's. If you want like kind of a
fancy,
kind.
You said Trivoli's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, girl, get dressed up. Not dressed up, but like wear something nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely like give her a heads up to be like, like wear something nice. You know what I'm saying?
Also, Trivial would be expensive. Be prepared.
That's fine. I've ate at fucking Salt Cellar before and paid for that. Well, kind of. We had like a $50 gift. We had a $50 gift card, and that's like $100. That shit's wild.
And then if first date goes well, third date would be double date, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But third date is all right.
Mm-hmm.
Which you got to deal with me and wife, which I don't know if you can deal with both of us.
We'll see.
Because I'm enough.
Or not deal with both of y'all.
Like, can she deal with both of us? Oh, I don't wish that on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
For those of y'all that don't fucking know, me and my wife are the quintessential like married couple. Like, we out here. If you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother, we're Lily and Marshall. For real, for real. Also, a disclaimer, it took a long time to get here. We were married for like 7 years. Been together for 10. So it takes a long time. So never assume that love is easy.
Mm-hmm. Battle I'm fighting.
Rip Goku.
No, I didn't. That was Gogeta. Damn it. It's like my favorite one. Fuck.
Also, Refine, you still here? You slump.
He's dead.
He split in half.
As fuck. He doesn't want to be alive. Look how mad he is that he's dead. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
Refine is dead. I was gonna ask Refine if he wanted to hunt Ghost.
I know he said something about going to sleep after the podcast, but he might have already went to sleep.
Refine, quit being a nerd.
Because this is Gogeta, and canonically, Vegeta was dead at this point in time. So he has a halo.
Huh?
It's like a pantheist. Never mind. I was gonna say usually it's a pain in the ass to fucking connect, but I guess I've done it so many times now. Now he's whole.
Yo, you know what? Something I want to get back into? Making model Gundams.
Yeah, sometimes I wish they had something like that for for like these. Like I think that'd be sick as fuck. You could like color it yourself or whatever.
No, like
But
the
honestly,
model Gundams, like the pieces all come like, because apparently there is models like
yeah, there
for
are
Dragon
some
Ball Z. I don't want to color them. I just want to build them because they're fun as fuck to build.
I mean, that's basically how these are, except they're only like 3 or 4 pieces. Sometimes more. It depends on the quality of what you buy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, this goes like in his ass, and this foot goes
Not a
here.
booty hole, it's a booty valve. Want to be Liddy, Three Titty, and Hunt Ghost?
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. All right, boys. That's podcast episode 4, aka Sober Not Sober edition. I rewrite the host with the most. I'm talking about my dick.
This is Jacob like Draco. You know me, I'm the best rapper to ever exist. You know what I'm saying?
When you gonna drop the single?
Bro, I have. What do you mean?
Drop the single on the fucking disc or the fucking stream or whatever.
I'll link Spotify or iTunes, to be honest. I don't know how that works.
He gonna do this later.
It is on Spotify and iTunes.
It's called I Wish by Draco like Draco.
And Jaco. Jaco is my.
Oh, it's just Jaco? You should be
Just
Jaco
Jaco.
like Draco. I think it's
Too
fire.
much.
No, I think it's fire.
It's too much.
Unify the brand. Unify the brand.
It's simple and it has familiarity because not that I was trying to steal his sound, but it sounds like J. Cole in a way, so it has a familiarity to it. You know what I mean? Jaco like Draco for streams. But anyway, that's podcast. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
We're gonna go hunt ghosts. Goodbye.
Bye. Wieners.